Hi, my name is Cheryl Spangler. Welcome to the Good Side of Crypto. And today I wanted to talk about use case. I think one of the biggest and most asked questions on any of the metaverse projects I review is, I just bought some land. What do I do with it? And so I wanted to walk through where virtual reality and augmented reality is going to be in the future and what retail or non-retail sectors are basically going to benefit from it first and the most. And so if you have purchased land in the metaverse or land in any project, whether it's gaming or not, there are opportunities to rent out your land, to collaborate with companies, businesses, entrepreneurs. And so the first one is tourism. Tourism is going to be, right now, is projected to be 26% of all augmented reality experiences or interactions. Number one is tourism. Number two is shopping. Number three is food. Number four is public service. Number five is education. And number six is other category, which is every entrepreneur out there with a product or service. So today, let's dive into what could you create for the tourism industry right now on your virtual land that you could market and get someone to rent your land and use that experience. You're going to know where to buy, who to target, what to offer. And for those of you inside the membership, when this video drops, you're going to get a downloadable on our public community tab, a cheat sheet for tourism. I'm going to be pulling some things out of Big Ideas and highlighting them, which is document a research report by ARK Invest. And if you're not sure who ARK Invest is, they are an investment management firm focused solely on disruptive innovations. And they are founded by Cathie Wood. And Cathie Wood is the founder, CEO, and CIO of ARK Invest, who said a woman can't do everything. Maybe you already own a location of a hotel or a resort or a museum or a beach or a restaurant or airport, train station. I could keep going on and on the tourism, right? Bus stops, sightseeing locations, could be entertainment spots, sports arenas, theme parks, convention centers. The thing is, I just want to go through examples of what people are doing right now. And in your mind, you can get ideas of, if you haven't purchased a virtual land spot and you're looking for one and you think tourism might be somewhere that you're interested in, then where to buy would be based on kind of what people are doing now, and you can get some ideas. Either you're using your mobile phone or augmented reality glasses, which some hotels right now are using the Epson Moverio smart glasses. But of course, you're there, you get it, and then you get to put them on. It's not like everyone's going and buying them. Let me just say marker-based, markerless, and anchor-based. Marker-based is like you have an app, you scan something at your physical location, and you get to access more content. And that would be something like there's a life science museum, and when you're at the location, you put your phone up there and you access and get to see the butterflies and how they evolve. And that's marker-based. Whereas markerless is basically just, you can put any experience on a piece of virtual land and people can access it via an app. That's kind of like OVR land. And then anchor-based is location-based, which is based on where you're located. Different augmented reality experiences will appear within radius of you, like telling you to go shopping somewhere or check out the Starbucks coming up. There's a, I don't know, just some kind of augmented reality experience that is tracking your location and GPS focused. And that's when you see the augmented reality. This is just kind of a view of augmented tourist destinations where you're actually at the location and then you get information. It's like an automated assistant telling you everything you need to know without having to Google it based on where you're at. Or immersive navigation, which kind of is already built into Google Maps, right? When you are in a proximity of a certain thing, it allows you to do something. Like example here is Starwood Hotels. They use beacons to allow customers to unlock their hotel rooms when they're within close proximity to the door. It can send users maps, reviews, menus, special deals, or discounts when needed. Or gamification. Hotels using gamification. Basically, you go there with your kids to a hotel, to a resort. Kids want to play, or parents want to play, or the whole family gets to play. And so hotels gamifying using augmented reality is something really popular. I'll show you one right here. They partnered with a company called Quest Upon, which I would recommend to target. And a technology company built an app called BC Wildlife Adventure. And basically the kids and the entire family go through this adventure while on site at the hotel. And at this things that are augmented reality experiences. How about this? This is an airline that basically created the door to open in like a portal to like an entirely different world, an area that people wanted to visit so that they could be there and see like they're there without going there. Maybe it promotes like, possibly wanting to take a trip there, and then like, like this girl's doing, she can pretend like she's already there and take a picture. So it's just really some cool things in the tourism industry. And then there's like augmented reality guides. People used to hire tour guides, but that is literally going away. This is pretty interesting. It's a museum that you get to see a little behind the scenes that like they're making the augmented reality person, right? The hologram. And everything that's being said by this person actually is pre-recorded and created. This is someone that would have had to repeat themselves all day, every day, but instead they just do it one time and then it's put into an augmented reality experience. This is another good one, gamified tours. So I don't know if you guys know, but I love roller coasters. The Ohio-based amusement park Cedar Point, also known as the roller coaster capital of the world. Anyway, they did this game. Once you enter the park, visitors could join different clans and compete with other guests by scanning ride signs, game symbols, t-shirts. It's just a way to actually create groups and camaraderie inside a park where you know no one, to compete against people and find different things, and it's pretty cool. Basically like a skyline. This is another one where it's kind of marker based. You have to physically be there and you put your phone and you tap it and it kind of shows you everything that like some tour guide would want to tell you about all of the mountaintops and the peaks. And the idea here is just to give you some brainstorming ideas on where you could buy virtual land that you maybe haven't thought of yet. If I were to say where to target, I would say hotel CEOs on LinkedIn, or marketing agencies, tourism marketplaces, Expedia advertising, VRBO advertisers. You could target Airbnb, because Airbnb is going to want some kind of virtual, think of all the Airbnb locations. Small to medium businesses in general that do touristy stuff. They're like kind of, in my opinion, going to be dying because they're not going to know all of this stuff about buying virtual land. And so to target market them that you have a place that they could then put an experience on would be, I think, very, very profitable. Caravan parks, airline marketing department would be someone I would target. Corporate travel companies or travel agencies in general. And then it's like what you can offer them. So what can you offer as a virtual land owner that would make them want to choose your virtual land that you have either purchased or are going to purchase? And you can download this. There's a link in the description if you're interested in this entire document. But here, they're basically saying, as digital takes share in our lives, we believe the market as measured by online entertainment, advertising, and platform e-commerce fees, which is everything that's going to be done on augmented and virtual reality, but especially augmented, is likely to grow at 18% annually during the next 5 years. Social commerce, which is basically buying the network effects of social media and buying through things like the metaverse, augmented reality, virtual reality, and merchandise. And we're going to do a separate video on shopping, actually, because that is actually the number 2 largest augmented reality industry that I'm going to be dropping my next video on. Now, even though this one says games are the new social platform, video game content and services doesn't mean that doesn't have to do with your virtual land, because your virtual land can have a game on it. Your virtual land can gamify different things at hotels. It can gamify a wide open field in front of a museum. Basically, they sum everything up as in entertainment spend, advertising, and e-commerce. They're saying people will want to own more. More people will be on the new web if they can own a piece of it, which is true. And anyone renting a piece of virtual land will also technically own a piece of it, because just like right now where you rent WordPress to put a blog up, you're going to rent our virtual land to put your storefront up. This is definitely something I love to see here, which is based on the evolution of video game market, NFT demand for blockchain-based games, and virtual worlds could exceed that for digital collectibles and art, which I like to see, which I do think in the next 5 years. We just have to be patient, come up with a plan, figure out the market segment you want to target, and that's what we're doing in these videos. Because what we're setting ourselves up for is this: the monetization rate of online spending they're expecting should approach that of current offline spending by 2030. And it's 2022. So we're only talking about within the next 8 years. Is going to be amazing. Okay, what did you guys think? Drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts and what is running through your mind on what you want to create on your land, or if you want to rent it out. And in the next video, we are going to go through the shopping sector. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, subscribe to get notified of all upcoming videos.
The sun is shining. I knew it would. The world's a playground. I'm in the clouds. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out.